So we've demoed the kitchen already, and the next project that we want to tackle is scraping the ceiling. Now this is a 1980s house, and when we bought it, we knew that we wanted the ceilings to be smooth rather than having the lovely texture from the 80s. Our ceiling is actually more of a stipple rather than a popcorn, which means it's made out of joint compound or mud, so it makes it more like plaster than anything. Everything we've seen online talks about popcorn ceilings, so that's what we're going to try. This is in reference to soaking the ceiling, which is basically one of these canisters that you can, with a spray nozzle, so you can soak the ceiling, and one of these putty knives. So once it's soaked, after about 4 or 5 minutes, you scrape along the ceiling with the putty knife. Just for safety's sake, hat, safety glasses, because there's going to be a lot of crud falling on your face, and also a breathing mask. Okay, so from what we read, you spray the ceiling with even strokes. And you do this until the ceiling just starts to drip just a little bit. And so, after this, you wait about 3 to 4 minutes, but I've already started a patch over here, and so I'm gonna go over here and try to scrape. Now, we haven't done this before, so we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Okay, so what seems to be happening here is that I'm able to get the points off of the kind of jagged plaster up here, but it's still kind of leaving this spider webby kind of patterning. So I don't know if this is a situation where we need to just completely take down the drywall and replace it with smooth drywall, or if we need to try to basically replaster the ceiling with, I guess, a plaster compound just to try to make it smooth. But I think that's going to require some skill that we basically don't possess. So I'll try to work at this a little bit longer, but right now it's not coming off as smoothly as the demonstrations for the popcorn ceiling. Popcorn ceiling, people would scrape along and you would just be down to the drywall paper. Whereas this, there's still a fairly good amount of plaster underneath the points. Okay, so we've already soaked and scraped the ceiling once, and it didn't seem to get down to the drywall. So we soaked it again, and it's definitely dripping this time, and we're going to scrape it again. We've waited 3 minutes to see if this is more effective. So this is a little different. It's being a lot more gloppy this time. And it seems to be fairly smooth until it gets up to the point where you are seeing through to the drywall paper. But it's still definitely just kind of a smooth-ish layer of the plaster itself. I'm not getting down to the drywall really.